Police urge caution after Manchester collision claims life of 9-year-old boy. Deputy Superintendent of Police Kerry Duncan, the commanding officer for Manchester, is urging motorists to exercise caution on the nation's roads. His plea comes after a tragic two-vehicle collision in Manchester that claimed the life of a 9-year-old boy on Monday. Duncan expressed deep concern, stating that the carnage of the nation's road is getting out of hand. Monday's accident, which took place in Christiana in the parish, led to the death of the son of a policewoman. The boy was reported being transported to school by his mother when the collision happened. The policewoman has since been admitted to hospital for treatment. Honestly, the carnage on the road is getting out of hand, so I want to make this appeal to those traveling along the roadways. It has been proven time and time again that speeding and improper overtaking are the main contributing factors to accidents. So I just want to make the appeal to persons to use the roadways properly. The signage of the roads is there for a purpose. It is to ensure our own safety, Duncan stated. Duncan's statement followed preliminary information from the accident investigation. He shared that around 7:30 a.m., the female officer and her son were heading towards Paulding in a Honda Fit when a Range Rover traveling in the opposite direction allegedly overtook a line of traffic and crashed into the Honda Fit. Errol Green confirmed as new permanent secretary in the Health Ministry. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has confirmed the appointment of Errol Green as its permanent secretary effective September 1. On August 20, it was reported that Green was tipped to replace Dunstan Brand, who is now on study leave. In welcoming Green to the role, Minister of Health and Wellness Dr. Christopher Tufton said, "We look forward to his contribution to the planned programs and policy priorities of the ministry and to the new dimensions he will add as the government continues to work towards its vision of realizing the best health outcome for all Jamaicans." Green assumes the role, having previously served in the public health sector as regional director of the largest health authority, the South East Regional Health Authority, which oversees health services in Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Thomas and St. Catherine. He was also a former regional director for the Western Regional Health Authority and a former chief executive officer of the Kingston Public Hospital. Green also served as town clerk of the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation and also served at the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation. New academic year begins with deficit of at least 137 teachers. As the education system faces which has been described as one of the worst teacher shortages in years, the new academic year has begun with a deficit of at least 137 teachers. This, as checks by reporters reveal, that September 1, several schools across the island were still seeking at least 135 teachers. The vacancies were published in one of the country's main newspapers. The Decarteret College in Manchester, which was not listed in the newspaper, is also in need of 2 teachers. Acting Principal Marlon Britton said 10 of its teachers left the system through different ways, including resignation. He said 8 of those vacancies have been filled. Mr. Britton said existing teachers will cover the classes until the 2 vacancies are filled. The Education Ministry had indicated that foreign teachers would be engaged to fill the gaps at schools. However, Mr. Britton said the institution was not considered this option due to the possibility of a language barrier. Meanwhile, the Belmont Academy in Westmoreland is in need of at least 5 teachers as well as teacher assistants. This as 7 teachers resign, some are on leave, and several others have migrated. Principal Ren Simpson says the institution advertises 4 times but has not been able to fill all the posts. He said the school indicated an interest in foreign teacher, but that request was not being met.
Just like many other schools in Jamaica, we have been impacted, and so we would have done our advertisement early, and so we were able to fill, I would say, about 80% of the required number. We still have 2 areas where we wouldn't have gotten any teachers for. We scheduled interviews for those, and so we are looking forward to see if that can be done early next week. But we are still short on a couple of teachers. We have one music teacher that we need a replacement for, and we have one teacher of English that we need a replacement for as well. So we had teachers who left for various reasons. We had teachers who are on extended leave, and we also had teachers who resigned. So we had about 10 vacancies that we needed to fill. We managed to fill 8 of those vacancies, and 2 are left. We were not really planning on utilizing the foreign teachers. There is a concern about the language gap, and so we really wanted local teachers to fill the positions, and so we continued to search. I thought we made some headway last week, but we had scheduled some interviews, and we should complete those by this week.
We did sign up for one Cuban teacher of Spanish, and the very day that they arrived in Jamaica, I got another email to say that the teacher is no longer available. So I don't know if that came about by legitimate means or persons found a way of sending the teachers to select schools. But we had recruited our teacher from Cuba from July, and the very day of arrival in Jamaica, I got an email to say that the teacher is no longer available.
30 taxi operators killed since the start of the year. Everton Newman, president of the Transport Operations Development Sustainable Services Thoughts, has condemned the killing of taxi operator Richard Nemard in August. The killing brought the number of taxi operators killed since the start of the year to 30. According to Newman, Nemard's death is another attack on one of its island's most important service providers. It's not surprising that we continue to have the ongoing space of murders of our service providers, our first respondent in providing transportation for our people. This is the 30th taxi operator to be killed by hoodlums since the start of the year, he noted. Newman offered his condolences to the family and friends of the deceased and called on the country to do more to protect public transport operators. The 56-year-old transport vehicle operator, who plied the Whitehall Avenue Road, was shot multiple times near the intersection of Manny's Hill Road and Cassava Peace in Kingston. He was a father of 3. An official release from the Constabulary Communications Unit stated that the shooting occurred at 4:40 a.m. and that Nemard was rushed to the Kingston Public Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Onlookers near the scene said he was shot while driving and lost control of his car and crashed into another vehicle that was parked in Midway Mall Plaza before slamming into the entrance door of the fast food premises. Newman is now turning his attention towards the many challenges affecting the 40,000 privately owned public transport operators as the country prepares for the beginning of the new academic year. Newman pointed to the lack of adequate infrastructure, both rural and urban, lack of financial and technical support to upgrade the ailing vehicles, and the poor road conditions that give rise to deadly crashes, among other things. We are ready to provide the best travel experience to all commuters and especially our children. We continue to urge our drivers to not only provide safe travel, but be courteous and disciplined to all commuters. We continue to urge the government to invest in the human resource of the public transportation sector, investment in training, investment in development. TODS will continue its summer empowerment program until the end of September with a major focus on values and attitude development among our operators, Newman noted. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.